Welcome again to Echoes of the Ancients. In this video, we're going to explore an event called the Nika Riots that occurred in Constantinople in the year AD 532. Here's an interesting quote from Churchill that relates to the story.
The farther backward you can look, the farther forward you are likely to see.
I'll be referencing some of what Churchill was saying in the video. So let's get started. The Byzantine Empire was a vast and powerful civilization with origins that can be traced to the year AD 330, when the Roman Emperor Constantine I dedicated a new Rome on the site of an ancient Greek colony of Byzantium. Though the western half of the Roman Empire crumbled and fell in AD 476, the eastern half survived for more than 1,000 years, spawning a rich tradition of art, literature, and learning, and serving as a military buffer between Europe and Asia. The Byzantine Empire finally fell in 1453 by an Ottoman Empire that stormed Constantinople that was ruled by Constantine VI. Let's get into the details of what caused the Nika Riots in AD 532. The main characters involved were Emperor Justin, his nephew Justinian I, and his wife Empress Theodora, the talented military leader Belisarius, John the Cappadocian, and a legal scholar named Tribonian. First, let's take a look at Emperor Justin. He grew up in poverty in a village in Macedonia. He left there as a young man and joined the army in Constantinople. He quickly moved up through the ranks and became head of the palace guard. When Emperor Zeno's successor died without an heir, Justin seized the opportunity through bribes and parades and became emperor at 70 years old in AD 518. Justin had a clever nephew from back in Macedonia named Peter Sabatius. Peter moved into the palace and became very useful to his uncle. Justin adopted Peter and he changed his name to Justinian. Justinian became emperor upon the death of his uncle in AD 527. Justinian was well suited for this role. He was determined to restore Rome to its former glory. He was not shy about spending taxpayer funds to see his grandiose plans implemented. Justinian brought in a man named John the Cappadocian to aggressively collect taxes. He eliminated special rules and loopholes for the aristocracy, which made them quite upset. Then he brought in a gifted legal scholar named Tribonian to simplify the chaotic legal system. So here's what makes what happened in Constantinople in the 6th century parallel what we're seeing in the United States today. Justinian was the MAGA of his day. When he came to power, he very well could have used the slogan, "Make Rome Great Again." And by bringing in John the Cappadocian and Tribonian to aggressively root out corruption, that closely resembles President Trump bringing in Elon Musk and his Department of Government Efficiency. Either way, the results were the same. The people who were benefiting from the corruption put up a big fight to protect their gravy train and encourage non-compliance, resulting in violent protests in the streets. The social center of Constantinople was the Hippodrome, which was a large stadium that could hold 30,000 people who were fanatical about chariot races. During one of these racing events, a riot broke out against Justinian and spread throughout the city. The emperor's reaction was heavy-handed, and many of the rioters were executed. This only enraged the angry mob even more. It got to the point where Justinian no longer felt safe in his palace and was contemplating escaping the city. While cowering in the palace, Justinian and his advisors began solidifying their plans for escape when the emperor's wife, Empress Theodora, spoke up. She reminded them that Rome's great general, Belisarius, was in between campaigns and was currently in the city, and that they had at their disposal an army of Viking mercenaries. So during the next event at the Hippodrome, the palace guards blocked all entrances and the Viking army entered the stadium. and slaughtered all 30,000 rioters. The Nika Riots turned into a positive for the future of Constantinople. The real culprits were the wealthy nobility who thought they could pick and choose Roman emperors, kind of like what we refer to today as the deep state. In the aftermath, 19 senators were executed and their palatial homes torn down. Tribonian simplified the laws and published a supreme authority for every court in the land. His code of law is still the basis of law in Europe today, and interestingly enough, for the state of Louisiana as well. Thanks for watching.